So the difference quotient, this weird, nasty formula, believe it or not, it's actually slightly better in calculus. So I have to plug into this formula and I have to simplify it with the goal of crossing the h on the bottom out. That's the whole, that's my plan. This h has to go. So the first thing I'm going to do is figure out what f of x plus h is. Now, this is why in the previous lesson, we were plugging functions into functions to get ready to do something like this. So I'm going to take x plus h and put it wherever x is. This came out bad. Let's do it again. So x plus h goes where x was. So wherever you see that x plus h, minus 5. Now, rather than multiply this all out, this is what I get when I plug x plus h into the function. I'm going to put this now into the formula, and I'm going to simplify it as I do it. So my first step will be, you might be tempted to hop the fence with the power on. You never ever hop the fence with the power on. So you might want to put that 3 in there. You can't put that 3 in there. That 3 has to wait. I have to multiply that out. So I have to do x plus h, x plus h. I mean, I already said that this is a huge pain in the ass. So again, this right here, this is that. So this whole thing is this whole thing. Minus, now I need to put the f of x dude over here. So I'm going to take the f of x dude and put him over here. And you can see this is a lot of writing, and I have to put this h in the bottom. And now I'm just going to go and put all this together and put all this together and just start. This is one big simplification mess. That's all this is algebra. I'm going to multiply, hold the 3. You're going to do x times x, and then you can do xh, and h squared. So you're going to do x times x, which is x squared. You have an xh and an xh. So you have 2 xh's. You have another h times h at the end, right? Just multiply it out, FOIL. You have your minus 5 there. Now be careful here. You're going to do minus 3x squared. And then you have a minus 5, which makes a plus 5. And you still have this whole big h on the bottom. Now, I'm debating if I'm going to run out of room down here. I might be able to get it. So let's see. I'm going to do 3x squared. Y. Now I can distribute. Boom, 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 right? Him. 3x squared. Plus 3 times 2 is 6. Xh goes along for the ride. 3h squared. And then I have minus 3x squared. And I have plus 5. Now this is the key step that I wrote in the notes that we went through very half-assedly. This dude will always cross out completely. So let's see. I have a 3x squared and a minus 3x squared. I have, oh fuck, I forgot to write it. I was like, I have a minus 5 and a plus 5. Yeah, I have a minus 5. I forgot to write. This screwed up the whole thing. Help if I copy this shit, right? Boom, 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 boom. Here's the mistake I made. Maybe I did it on purpose. No, I didn't. There are times you can always tell when I'm making a mistake on purpose, and that one I screwed up legitimately. Minus 5 and plus 5 crossed out. This thing will always get crossed out completely. The f of x dude always gets wiped out totally. And what you're left with is dudes with h's. Everybody that's left over has an h in them. So you're left with 6xh plus 3h squared over h. Sorry for the sloppiness. Hopefully I'll be able to fit this to the bottom. Now I'm going to factor the h from the top. Do it over here. See, he's got h squared. So when I take away h from him, I'm left with 6x. He had h squared, so I take away one of his h's. And then you knock out this h with that h. And then you're done. You're just left with 6x plus 3h. You're usually going to be left with an h at the end of this monstrosity. So again, just to run through it. Look, this is just a formula. You have to memorize the formula, okay? I'm not going to give it to you. The problem is going to say, find the difference quotient. And you're like, I don't know what the hell a difference quotient is. This is a difference quotient. This is a formula. It's f of x plus h minus f of x over h. You figure out what f of x plus h is, you plug it in, and you start working it. You plug in f of x. You have to make sure you're subtracting each term, so the signs are all going to switch. You multiply it out. Don't be a dumbass like me and forget one of the terms. You start crossing out the things that are opposites, 3x squared minus 3x squared, a minus 5 and a plus 5, they all cross out. Everybody left over has an h. You factor that h out from everybody, and you cross out the h on the bottom. Once you cross the h on the bottom out, the problem is over. That was the whole goal. Cross out the h on the bottom.